All righty. I'm gonna grab the book with the loot tables. Can't play D&D without the loot tables. Lord knows we all want some loot. Okay. Rob, is everybody here? Everybody's here, right?
Yeah, Rod went to let the dog out.
Okay. Cool. Is everybody in the, looks like Rod's in, David's in. Tony, Rob, have you guys accepted the invite?
From where?
Okay, so if you go, so I don't know, it took me forever to learn Discord. So Discord has a voice and a chat. So I've got a John's Room chat that's marked with a hashtag instead of like the speaker icon. So if you go in there, Rod dropped a link to his character, and then underneath it dropped a link to Roll20. So if you go in there and click that link to Roll20, that's the invite. Just accept that, and it should drop you in, and it'll pop up on your Roll20 game active games or whatever once you log back in.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm seeing messages from 2023.
Hang on just a second. Let me go out. It should be. It should just say D&D. Okay, so there's a drop down. It looks like D&D 5e with a dice on it, and if you drop that down, it's got a hashtag John's Room, and that's also where hashtag Ravenloft is. It looks like.
Yeah.
And then if you go into John's Room and scroll all the way to the bottom, it's got April 7th, 2026, Roll20 invite, and then the West Marches campaign playstyle handbook link underneath that.
Ah. Mm-hmm.
Are we going to have weapons?
Yes. We're gonna start. Sorry, somebody was texting me. Yes. Does everyone have a character made? This is session 0, so we can take it as fast or slow as we need to.
Yeah.
I have one.
I do too. It's just taking me a second because I was using 2 computers and I'm opening it up on my work laptop.
No worries. We got plenty of time. Tony, you got a character? You said you created one already. So looks like Rob's in. We just need to get Tony in. So
Trying to, so normally I do it through my phone, and I normally would see what you were talking about, the hashtag stuff. So now I'm trying to log in on my computer to see if I can see it, because I couldn't see it on my phone.
okay,
Normally
yeah.
I could. Normally I could see it on my phone.
Yeah, no worries. I'm on my phone too. Yeah, it's the phone. The apps are kind of sometimes with Discord.
Still.
So while Tony's doing that, this is a pseudo West Marches campaign. West Marches campaigns, just for so I'll kill a little bit of time. That way we give Tony time to get in and get set. West Marches campaigns were built around having way too many people that want to play D&D with you. And it was an answer to having like 12 people in your group, but only 3 or 6 show up on Sunday to play because everyone's busy and has kids. So somebody might pop in once a month, and then someone else might pop in once every 2 months, or somebody might play every single session. So it was a response to being able to continue to run no matter who showed up or who dropped out. We don't have that problem, so I'm going to kind of do a pseudo West Marches campaign, because what the West Marches campaign became was, as David kind of put it, really the first kind of West Marches-esque campaign before there was a term West Marches, was the Keep on the Borderlands, where you kind of have a home base and you go out from the home base and then come back to the home base, and then you go out to the home from the home base, do an adventure, and come back to the home base. So that's kind of really it's a hex crawl that we're going to do with, but it's going to be, as we go across the map, we're going to find numerous different home bases. So the thing about West Marches that people sometimes like too is because you have so many people in and out and in and out. The party can change from week to week. Again, we don't have that issue, so but just in case someone wanted to play something different, I've figured out a contingency plan for this one. So I'm assuming everyone's created a character and they're going to play that character. But just know I have a contingency plan that if there is a character in the old vein of hiring mercenaries, you won't be hiring a mercenary per se, but in that old vein of the first edition of hiring mercenaries to come with you to do specific tasks. If someone is playing a paladin and then you just get sick of it and you want to play a rogue for a little while, or we just really need a rogue and someone wants to dump the paladin for 3 weeks while they create a rogue and play that for a little bit instead for a specific story reason, I have contingencies in here for us to do that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like Pathfinder Kingmaker was with that as well. You had like eventually, once you got through the game, you had 10 or 12. I think Neverwinter Nights was the same way. Neverwinter Nights 2, at least, you have 10 or 12 characters that you meet and eventually join your party. But when you leave the home base tavern, you have to select 4 of them or whatever to go along with your main character, and only those. So you had to choose depending on the mission or whatnot. That's kind of think of it this way. But if everybody's like, no, man, I just want to do our normal D&D thing, we're going to have 4 characters. We're going to stick with our 4 characters. Totally cool too. You don't have to have the contingency at all. It's just in there for anyone that just on a whim one night decides that they want to do it or whatever. So, other than that, you guys, there's Tony. Other than that, you guys are all from the same village, and you're all about the same age. And we're going to go from there as soon as I figure out where to do one thing.
How come it's not rolling? Oh, it's not showing the roll thing. Oh, maybe it does under the details. Okay.
Bring it here.
How did you get it to show both? Rod? You. Yeah, but mine just does the attack, and then it has the, if you look up at the top, like Eldritch Blast, it says that's my D20, that's my total roll to hit is a 9, but I'd have to click damage to actually show the damage, where yours showed both. I can see it. Oh, so you're not doing it through the character sheet in Roll20 then. You're doing it in Beyond. Okay. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I mean, it's not even showing. It's not showing the integration. I had it before. Oh, crap. Yeah. Okay, I'll need to do that again. It's all right. I got it built in Roll20.
Yeah, he's here.
How did we make the icons smaller above everybody's name? Do you remember?
It's in the settings. I believe it's maybe personalization and display or graphics. I'm trying to remember how to.
Small or names only. Names only works better. Okay, thank you, sir. They made the character sheets look different. Yeah. They even have bonus action things that you can build into the character sheet, which is nice. Of course they are. Yeah.
Because D&D tried to come and put them out of business. Now D&D's got their hands smacked by the fans, and roll 20's coming back for blood.
Mm.
All right, almost done here, guys.
So did they bring weapon mastery back? Yeah, the 5.5, I guess is what they're calling it. Because under combat, they got weapon mastery. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I was. It's cool if that's where they're going. Okay. So you got to actually add your spells to here in order to use this character sheet here. That would be a nightmare for a wizard.
Okay. That'll get going there. Last bit, guys. Okay. Rod, it's not letting me have any of your subscriptions, so I don't know. I've got plenty of free stuff here though, but Nah, it's all right.
I don't know.
It's still what? Set off the alarm?
I would
Um,
imagine so because it's probably making a connection when the door latches. If the door unlatches, I would imagine the alarm would go off, but I don't know that for a fact. Yeah,
today, Safari doors still trigger the dome lights?
alarm.
Well, I know, but if they do the dome lights, it will probably do the alarm.
That's true too. Yeah. So it probably does. Because I mean, it's determining that it's not latched. I mean,
Okay.
would have to assume so. Yes.
All right. So I think probably everyone's waiting on me. We all good? You guys ready to start? Okay. There's going to be one house rule to this, okay? Who wants to keep up with the survival mechanism? It's very simple. Anybody want to keep up with the survival mechanism?
Don't we have a journal? We used to have a journal.
Yeah, if somebody wants, I used to be the one. Pog's been keeping the journal for 2 years now, so somebody else is going to have to step up to the plate now.
Where's the journal at in Roll20?
If you go, I kept mine. Um, well, let's see. You can do the journal.
We used to be able to take notes in it.
There used to be able to take notes. I'm not seeing where you can do that anymore. I used to do it on my character sheet when you click on your token and pop your character sheet out. It's got like on the second page, I think, it's got a bunch of just like it's the 5e character sheet, so it's like, oh, you got all this loot you could hold or whatever, and then there's notes and stuff you can take, so I usually just kept it there.
Yeah, I'm not. Oh, there it is. Notes, and it's survival.
Yeah, make like 5 X's or dots or tally marks or whatever you want to make on that.
Hang on. I can't even edit it. Why can't I edit it? Okay, you said do what?
So just write survival, or you can mark it with an S or SUR or whatever, and just make like 5 X's or 5 dots or 5 tally marks, whatever you want to make.
Okay. So we have 5 right now, is what you're saying.
That's correct. So once a day, I'm going to assume that at the end of the day, we have to camp and do a long rest, right? We normally just have the Final Fantasy music play when you go to bed, and it goes bum 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 blum, and we wake up and everybody's happy, right? Um, since this is a West Marches campaign, there's some theming to this as well. But to try to make the travel a little bit more interesting, other than you're beset by wolves, here's the deal. So when you guys camp, camping is not necessarily a free action anymore. So everyone will get to make one check of their choice when you camp. You can make one of 3 rolls. You can make a survival check to hunt and forage for food. You can make a medicine check to help heal everyone, potentially look for healing herbs or add, like even if no one's injured, you find like wild garlic or like mint stuff that like wards away disease and put it into the food or whatever. And or you can make a nature check to actually like start the fire, set up the tents properly. Because Rod, you've got that land out there. You're a camper like me. This is going to be set October-ish. So if you go camping in October, when it gets to be midnight, if you don't have a tent set up properly with a campfire in front of it, you're screwed because it's cold. It gets a little miserable. A blanket is not enough. A blanket and a hoodie is not enough in October. So that check will just be to get the fire started, find enough wood, boil water, cook the food and make it tasty, set up the tents so that everyone can actually get like proper rest that night without like freezing to death. Okay. You guys, the DC is 15. It might get harder or easier depending on the situation as the DM warrants. You have to pass 2 of the 3. Okay. If you do not pass 2 of the 3, the survival check to hunt can be automatically passed after the fact by using 1 ration per person camping to automatically pass. If you fail a healing check, you can use 1 use out of a healer's kit, if you have one, per person, per camp, to automatically pass that check. If you do not pass the nature check, there is no item for now that can help you pass that check. You just have to pass it. That is going to hopefully actually make things like healer's kits and rations actually mean something other than play pretend and have a mechanic. If you fail and do not have 2 out of the 3, you lose a survival pip. Okay. If you lose all 5 survival pips, it is a party wipe, and we move on to the Temple of Elemental Evil. Or we start a new party and try again. Whatever you guys want to do. Or we rewind the scenario and say, please, DM, we don't want to die to survival because that's a stupid mechanic, and then maybe I'll take pity on you. We'll see. But does that make sense?
Yep.
It should be pretty easy, but it hopefully will make camping and like finding those items out there and be creative. If you find loot that's like the stuff that you randomly carry in your backpack, and you can come up with a good reason of why you're going to give yourself a bonus this time because you found that item and you're going to use that item in this way, I will consider it and maybe give you advantage on a roll or something, or give you a bonus or something like that. Or maybe if it's good enough, I'll give you an automatic pass.
So I guess we need to make sure that there's somebody that is proficient, at least one party member that is proficient in nature, survival, and what was the other one?
Medicine.
Medicine.
Or you can find, or we don't
Well,
always go
no,
camping
no,
with
yeah, I
a
know, but we need to make sure that the party that we built, because we built the party without even taking into consideration all that stuff.
That's the
So,
point. That's the point, because we don't always go camping with a nurse. So that's
but
why
why
I
would we?
also put the rations and the med kits and stuff in there. So you also, it might be a bigger deal if you don't have one of those people. Once we kind of start figuring out who's playing what here in a little bit, once you get to that point, it might be pertinent to say, hey, we've got to spend some money to always, or whatever, try to figure out ways to always have a healer's kit. We've got to find ways to always have rations with us so we can pass our checks and survive. It's supposed to be dangerous, supposed to be, you know, and if no one has nature per se, maybe someone is starting to take it a little at a time, and you're like the real world, maybe you're growing in nature and learning as you go to get better at it as you level up. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I have
So it
nature.
doesn't just have to be like, oh, we all have to be rangers. Like that's no fun. Like y'all might be like four wizards. We'll figure it out. I'll I want it to be dangerous, but I don't want it to be a headache. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
But I also don't want it to be like, oh, we have to overcome this by all being druids. Like I don't, that's, we don't want to do that either. So
so so things like fishing tackle, which I do have on my character.
if you've got some fishing tackle and you want to expend uses of the fishing tackle, that would perchance be like an automatic success for one camp.
Okay,
Yeah, like exactly. Like if you've
but
got certain
it doesn't
things like
have a
that, or you
number.
find certain items like that randomly, then you can use those things to auto pass checks.
It doesn't have uses. It's
Right. So
just
maybe you get one use out of it. Maybe we roll to see if the line snaps. Maybe we roll for
okay.
uses and say, hey, we'll roll a d4 plus one, and that's how many uses you get out of it. Or maybe we just
Okay,
roll high and low. And if you're just super good at fishing and very lucky, you keep rolling high and the line doesn't break and you get to use it again.
okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm perfectly fine with that because that kind of makes the unused equipment that everybody used to get and take useful again.
Exactly. Exactly. That's the only house rule I have other than have fun. Uh, what else was, oh, yes. Okay. So, story. So, let me get into the map. So, does everyone see where we're at? If you go all the way down to the far left bottom corner where there is a green
Oh,
X.
do now.
See there down by the green X. Anybody
That's
not
only
see
60
us?
feet.
Yep. And
So
we can
that
actually
other
just use
round
one
one,
person's token to show where we're at if we want to.
Rod, that other round one, or I think that's Cataway. Oh, does it?
Okay. So, when thinking about this campaign the last couple weeks, uh, randomly, my ancestry is Anglo-Saxon, so I am making the language and people you meet in Old English. So, just a fun aside. So, you guys are all friends in a mining town called Yeldham. I will let you figure out what that means in Old English. But it is a mining town. It's not hard to figure out what it means. So you all, it is fall around the October time, and you all have turned 22 this year, all of you. And what that means is that during the Harvest Festival, you all get to join the City Watch. You also partake in a feast where the townsfolk celebrate you. It's kind of your becoming a man celebration in this town. It's a tradition that's always happened once a year. And the men that turn 22, two things happen. They join the guard as a kind of a rite of manhood. And then after the feast, when it becomes nighttime, the girls who do not have a boyfriend or a husband run off into the woods and hide, and y'all have to go chase them. And if you find one, they owe you a date. You don't have to marry them. You don't have to become their girl, their boyfriend, but they owe you a date. It's just the way in a small village they keep the population going. You know what I mean? It's old school medieval encouragement, but it's also just a celebration of the harvest and another year kind of coming to a close. Small town village. It's not super small. It's a mine. So there's good, probably 50 to 100 people that live in this town, right? But you four are the ones turning 22 this year. So the elder of the town, you guys have you live here, with your parents or whatever. You do whatever trade it is that you do. If you thought, hey, I didn't want to be a miner, I wanted to be a blacksmith, that's fine. You are perhaps fixing the, pick heads and things that break for the miners. You're an ancillary. If you're cutting wood to keep the beams up in the gold mines, obviously it's a gold mine. Yeah. Fun fact: Yeldham was actually, ham means home, Yeld means gold. It's where we get the term guild, like gilded. But also they pronounced the G's with a Y. It was Yeld, and they called it Yeld. They didn't call it gold. They called it Yeld, and which is where we get the term yellow, which is what the color of the metal was. So they called it yellow, actually, before there was a term for the metal. There you go. There's your history lesson. You're welcome. Anyway, so you guys are partaking in this ceremony. You're lined up. The village is all in front, you gathered around you in the town square, and you do not have weapons yet, but you are given a club as a symbol from the elder of your ability now to join the town watch and the town militia and become a man and be able to help keep the town safe, and become an upstanding member of society. So you go through this process. Everyone claps and cheers. Good for you. You have the feast. It's very tasty. It was a good harvest. There are good hunters around. Maybe one of you comes from the hunting family. Maybe you killed a deer or a boar or both or multiples and had a big feast. Uh, Now it is time to go off, and the girls are lined up, and there are multiples. They're not just four, one for each of you. There's a bunch of girls, and they all go running off in the woods. So I'm just going to go in the order that I have your names in roll 20. So, Rod, what is your character's name? Shango. Shango Mortis. Shango is running off into the woods to find a girl. Roll me a perception check. With an 8. With an 8, you think that you find a girl. You see someone in a dress hiding. As you round the corner, you find one of the old men who has put on a dress to trick you, and he laughs at you as he's a little drunk and says, "Try again. You'll have to try again in a minute. You failed this one. No girls for you yet." Okay, David, what is your character's name?
Catawayne,
Catawayne.
Ranishtar. Yep.
That's a cool
Yep.
name. Catawayne. So Catawayne goes off to make a perception check and find a girl. You
No,
get
probably
a
not.
similar trick, but they have one of the girls has sewed up with an old bed sheet like a straw stuffed dummy and put a dress on the dummy with like hay for hair, kind of like a scarecrow, and you've been had. There will be no babies in this village ever. We're in a population crisis. Moving on. Who is next? Who is Yoder?
That should be Rob.
Rob, you are next. Is that your character's name, Yoder? Did we lose Rob? Nope. Yoder Biggerstaff. Oh no. Hey,
Okay, with the staff.
um, well, he his family like finds the well water. He's like the wit, like the water witch of the village, and
He's a halfling.
his bigger staff also can find girls in the forest. And it points right to Anna, and you find Anna. So you run back to the village with Anna, and Anna owes you a date. Very good. Anna's pretty. Actually, let's roll to see let's roll to see if Anna's pretty. Oh, Anna's a 9. Oh, good job. Good job. Good job on Anna. All right, Tony, roll me a perception.
How about 17?
17, you will find Sarah, and Sarah is a 3. Oh, well, it's what it is. You wanted to find Anna, but alas, Anna was taken.
Free bagger.
Shit.
Well, we can't all be a bigger staff, right?
Anna's happy
Okay.
about the bigger staff too.
So, Rod, try again. Need a perception. You you think that you find a girl, but it is just a bush. Just a bush with some grass that looked like hair hiding, but it was just some grass growing out from the trunk of a tree. So it is Ketawayne's turn to give it another whirl.
Roll a d4 for splinters, Rod.
Hey, Ketawayne finds Beth. And Beth, not bad. She's average. She's pretty. Beth is pretty. Okay, Shango. Everyone else is back at the village with a lady. You're the last one in the forest. Give it one more whirl. You find you're positive because you saw that she had a blue dress on and you thought it was pretty. You find Laura hiding behind a stump. Do you go up and find Laura? As you roll Laura over, you say, I gotcha. And she slumps over, and you realize she has an arrow sticking out of her chest, and she is bled to death. What do you do?
Spare the dying.
She's been dead for a minute. She's dead. She gone. As you try, you realize that she's been dead for a few minutes. Like she's bled out. Like there's like she's in a pool of blood. Or like she's like she's pale. Like she's gone. No. Well, I mean, like y'all have probably been in the woods hunting for like 30 minutes. You think roll me a do you have medicine? Roll me a medicine check, whether you have it or not. Roll me a medicine check. With a 12, you don't know how long it's been that she's been dead, but I mean it's not been within 3 minutes or 5 minutes. Like she's bled out completely. Like she's been needing help for a minute. Oh no. Are we going Sam Kinison? No. And that's going to be hard. She's got an arrow sticking out of her chest.
Dog in bed already.
Give me, give me a investigation check. For investigation, give me an intelligence check as well. That's an orc arrow.
Uh-oh.
And you haven't seen orcs in this part of the woods like your entire life. You've heard stories about them. You've done some study on them. Maybe there was a tribe up in the mountains that everyone talked about, and maybe you had some like back when they may have come down that the town had like some artifacts or something. Maybe you read it in a book. I don't know, but you know it's an orc arrow. It is not an arrow made in the village of one of the hunters. Okay, so you're going to tell the elder. So some of the older men ask you like, where is she, whatever, and two of them, you know, they're hunters. They're a couple of the guys in the village that have like families who hunt for the village and trap for the village. They go running off in the direction where you kind of told them in the woods that she's is, and the elder starts to question you, and he's also trying to, unfortunately all the townsfolk are there. The girls start to get hysterical. Her mom and dad start to get hysterical. Her dad starts accusing you. The elder's trying to calm him down. The elder's trying to ask him or ask you questions and things like that. At that point, all of you hear another girl scream. And it is at that point that orcs come out of the woods. Can you please pull your tokens here to the center of the village? We're actually going to pull them up a little bit.
I was going to say, I've got no control or movement of mine.
Oh, I've got to get everybody control. Okay, hang on. So hold on just a second. Where is... So Rod, do you have control of your guy? Okay. So
My guy's at. I know where he was.
David's got his guy. Uh,
Who? I see my picture. I see the one that you created right next to you. Well, 2 squares over.
So
To your left.
Catawayne's there. Hang on. There's Rabbit, and then a
When I
Broar. So this is...
it wasn't round when it showed up, Rod. That's what I drag out. It's square.
determined by character setting. That's weird. I don't think that's the right. Hang on just a second, guys. Is everybody seeing the village map?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Hang on just a second. Look at this. Determined by character settings. Rod, why can I not assign a player to Rabbit? It says controlled by, determined by character settings. To go into the character sheet of Rabbit. Hey, hang on just a second. They need to be able to do this easier.
I'm in the town now.
Yes.
I added them
Y-
for them. Yeah. Okay. So hold on. So let me go to the tokens layer. Let me kill them off. You just have to click on your grab your name, guys, and drag it onto the map.
When I do that, it just disappears.
Not the token, but you actually have to click on the name. I learned that with Pog.
Yeah.
So you're clicking on the name and it's not appearing.
Yeah. It'll let me drag, and then as soon as I let it go, it disappears off the screen.
Okay, hang on. That who is this? That's Rabbit. Rob, which one are you?
Yoder.
Yoder? Is
Yoder,
that
eh?
Oob? Oh, he's Canadian, huh?
Hey, he's halfling, eh?
Is he in here as Urborg?
Nope.
Ubror?
Nope.
Cock
I see that Ubror Claza
Yeah, I don't
over Ubor.
Oh, there's Yoder. Okay, I see him now.
Yeah, I see Yoder. Okay, click on the name.
Yeah, just drag the name over and on the map.
There we go.
There he is. Okay. It's just having a freak out, I guess. Cool. Let me go to the map level. Okay, and that means that we can roll for initiative.
Can you get rid of the other Catawayne? The big one?
Yep.
Here. Thank you. I found a token, Rod. I didn't see it.
So, Rod, how do I roll initiative again? It's been 2 years since I had to DM this. Yeah. Yeah. Why is it not opening the character sheet? I'll tell you what. Y'all go ahead and roll initiative. Let's see. Where's
There's
my
no,
initiative? And where the
there's
heck
no,
is the initiative tracker?
right.
It said I didn't select a valid token.
Yeah, you're supposed to click on yourself first, remember?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, well, there's no initiative tracker.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
I'm
that
trying to
might
figure
be.
out where it is and why it is not. There
There
it
it is.
is. There it is. Okay. So let me click on him. I'm going to do this the old school way. Okay.
It didn't add your initiative.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I'll double click. Why will it not open? No, that's not what I want.
I love how the monster tokens are animated. Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to have movie ones. That might
Pretty
work
cool.
against me because apparently I can't get them to work. You can't get the stupid sheet to open, even though I'm clicking on it to open the dumb sheet. Alt. Okay. Let's try that now. I used to remember that you could just there. So I got an 8, they got a 9. Okay. There. Monster's got a 9. Moving on. So
18, but I didn't get in
just
there.
go ahead and click on him and roll it again, and we'll freehand the 18.
So do you want us to do this first round of combat without any of our abilities, class abilities?
Yeah, you're using a 1d6 club. I mean, if you've got abilities, go ahead and use it. Like if you've got a spell or something, you can use it.
So like I can use my Eldritch Blast.
Yes.
Okay.
So what did you originally get, Yoder?
22.
22. Boop, there we go. And then we just need rabbit in there.
I clicked on my character and rolled again, and it's still not showing up.
Hang on just a second. Let me look at something.
It's showing up on my character sheet in roll 20, but it's not showing up in the campaign.
Let me.
18.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can freehand him in there. There you go. Yep. Thank you. Okay. Yoder.
Okay. Yoder. Moving here. And is going to extend his hand and blow some dust out of his hand, and he is going to say, sleep. So it can affect 18 hit points. Yeehaw. I'm almost half.
So here's the thing. You notice these orcs are emaciated.
Ah.
They don't look good. They look like they're starving. So, how many hit die does it affect?
It affects 5d8, but it's 5d8 worth of hit points.
Hit points. So, 18 hit points?
Yeah, so that's
Okay.
what you roll, and it goes with the lowest first. Yeah, and there's no save.
Love how this is not giving me anything that I normally get when I'm a player, such as the conditions. Okay, hold on.
Are you looking for emancipated or something?
Well, I'm just trying to like put like he's this second one here. He's put him to sleep, but like when I click on you guys and your token, like it comes up with like the
Little icons.
little icons and stuff. It's not coming up
Yeah.
with that when I click on the orcs, which is annoying. So we'll just say this one, number 2 is asleep. Also, these back 2 are asleep.
Cool. And I guess I was gonna say he's peeking around the corner. There we go. Well, you get the drift. Partial cover. And got his club. He's
Okay. Anything else?
that's it.
Okay. Rabbit.
Rabbit is going to go stealth. Uh, 13.
You're hidden, you think.
I think I'm hidden. Okay.
Think you're hidden.
Okay. And I'm just going to wait right where I'm at.
Okay. Papa Shango. Yeah, that'll do it. This guy on the front. Okay. Duly noted. Okay. Catawayne.
All right. I've got 60-foot dark vision. So how far, when I count it out, it's only like 50, 55 feet to the front
Yeah, it's a
guy. It's 50.
5-foot squares.
Okay. I'm gonna use Eldritch Blast on this gentleman here.
Okay.
Looks like I missed.
That would miss.
Doesn't it? Yeah, okay. And I'll just stay where I'm at.
Okay. So these two, he's hidden. They're going to come beat up on the little guy. They have great axes, but they seem to be very weak. They are starving, so they're going to make two. Go ahead.
We have armor.
No.
Okay.
That will not hit. A 17, I'm assuming, probably will hit.
Yes.
Okay. Uh, 7 damage.
Ouch. That's going to leave a mark.
Yeah. That is their turn. Yoder.
Um, let's see. Gonna try to color spray these two guys.
Okay.
And let me see. Gonna click on him. And we're gonna cast. Wow, that's crap. So it can affect up to 29 hit points.
It blinds them, doesn't it?
Yep.
They are blinded. Amazing.
Blinded till the end of my next turn. So does disengage? I've already taken an action. Yeah, so I guess that's it.
You haven't moved though, right? Is disengage an action?
Yeah.
Standard action? Okay.
Yeah, but blinded though.
They're at disadvantage.
I
Attack
think
rolls
so, yeah.
against you.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that chance. I'm gonna move. Just 5 feet there.
Okay. Disadvantage. That one will miss. That one will miss.
All right.
Okay. Rabbit.
All right, so they're blinded. If they get hit, are they still blinded?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You're at advantage when you make your attack rolls too.
Okay. And what did you say we were using? What dice with our club?
D6.
D6. All right. Come on.
Are you rolling to hit?
I'm trying, but I ain't seeing nothing happening.
No, you're just rolling the damage.
You're not using a D20 to hit?
Oh, he said a D6.
Yeah, but
D6
you got to
for
roll to hit.
damage.
You got to roll to
Okay.
hit, which is a. There you go.
There you go.
Okay.
Now you roll your d6 and add your strength modifier.
I can't see what I'm rolling. I see nothing.
So you got
Using
you got a 3.
All right, 3 plus strength. My strength modifier is a +7. No, I'm sorry, that's stealth. I'm sorry, my bad.
I'll
Strength,
say, holy cow.
strength. Let's see, strength. Where's strength at?
Very top left if you're in D&D Beyond.
Okay, -1. So I guess 2.
So that's a 5 total.
What did I
No.
roll? I can't see my dice.
You rolled a 3.
Okay, well, I got a -1.
Oh, you got a -1.
Yeah.
Okay. So, 2
2.
total. Okay. Okay. Duly
2,
noted.
yep. And I'm going to move back here.
Okay. You will
And he
get.
already took his reaction, so he doesn't get to attack again.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Yep.
Shango. He's already blind.
That's what Rob's
Yoder got him with a color
character did.
spray as well.
So if you got attack damage, do that.
You've got a club. Unless you want to do it, unless you're a monk, obviously. That will not hit.
Remember, you're at advantage.
Yeah, that's true. It's a D6. That'll get it. He is dead. You crack him in the back of the skull and he goes down. Cool. Catawayne.
All right, we're going to see if this actually works. They've got a button on the top of the character sheet that says advantage. So I'm going to try it. Eldritch Blast, the guy that's still there.
Mm-hmm.
18
18. That'll hit.
for 6 damage.
Duly noted. That smacks him. He is not happy.
I'm going in here.
Okay.
Everybody's hiding.
Yeah. He will disadvantage. Is he still blind now?
He is blind until my turn, I believe.
Okay.
End of your turn.
Not
Yeah,
yet.
the end of my turn.
End of his turn. Okay. So he will roll a 4. That blindness got you. So he will swing, and he swings over. He would have, if you were a normal sized person, he would have hit you, but fortunately, you're a willow sized person. So he swings his axe over your head and it clangs off the stone of a house. And it is now your turn.
Well, the only thing I can do is hit him with a stick.
Works for a guy, I know.
3 damage with the stick.
That'll kill him. Crack him right in the face as he gets his axe stuck in the side of the house and in the wood. and he's trying to pull it out. You just kind of rear back while he's still trying to figure out how to get his vision back. You just crack him right in the face.
All right, so I'm going to 15, 20, 25, move to there.
Okay. I'm going to say you guys can come up and stabby these two guys. But one guy you see as you turn around, there are hordes of orcs coming from this direction into the village. And one of the older town guard points to you four, or yells at you four, points to this other orc that was hiding behind this house, and he's running this way, and he screams, "Go after him," and turns around and runs back into the village.
So when I saw you point, it came from like right here.
Yeah, the horde is coming from like.
Did you mean like over here?
The horde, the horde. You as you kind of look back, this is just a section of the village. This village is actually pretty big. So from this side over here, this horde is starting to swarm through the houses and stuff.
From the west side.
He's telling you to go this way because this orc just ran down here. And
Who's telling it?
Huh?
Oh, that old guard guy.
Yeah, the older guard guy has run back into the village to help, but he's told you to go chase after this last orc in this crew that was trying to ransack through this house right here. This is a blacksmith shop or something, whatever this is.
Does he know the horde is coming?
It's like a rope maker or something.
So as long as this thing is within 120 feet of me, I can hit it potentially.
Yeah. So it is Yoder's turn. Actually, no, Yoder just went. So it's Rabbit's
we're still in
turn.
So we're still in turn base.
Yeah.
I need to move back.
Now, this guy that told us go get him, does he know that the rest of that mob is coming?
Yeah, because he's running to help back in the main city.
Okay. Well, I can only move 30.
You can double move and go 60.
Okay. And I guess that would be my turn.
Shango. Yeah, you saw him run, and the old guy pointed at him, so you guys took off after him. All right. Wayne.
Five. 25. 30. So I double moved.
Okay. Yeah, he would have used his turn to run down here. He's kind of going to start running off the map, trying to run back into the forest. We'll say he keeps going. You guys can give chase and whatnot, and eventually you're going to catch up to him. David will probably blast him in the back. after some time of chasing out through the open fields of some of the farmland, um, you smack him in a cornfield mafia style. Um, and again, if you look at him, like you realize like he's super emaciated, um, scrawny for an orc, which you guys have never seen an orc, but you've always heard stories that they're these like large, brutish beasts. They seem rather weak. The problem is you turn around and see fire everywhere and smoke just billowing. You hear screams, the town bell going off. Um, and you just kind of see just an overwhelming swarm of orcs just mutilating the town. What do you do?
Yeah.
Turn back and join the fray?
Yep.
Cool. As you get to the fray, you get to the inn, the town inn, and the bartender and who is a massive guy with his three massive sons. One who is just a few years older than you. You know him. He's 24. One is just a year younger than you. He's 21. And then a younger kid. The youngest one is the biggest one of all of them, and he's 18. And all four of these dudes are just putting it on a bunch of orcs with these clubs, just cracking them. These dudes look like the guys that compete on ESPN4 in the World's Strongest Man contest. Barrel chested, big dudes. And they're wearing these orcs out. Unfortunately, as you try to run past them into the front part of the village to help give some relief to the villagers, the orcs all of a sudden, who are ransacking through all of the houses, just as soon as they grab something, you're not sure what they're grabbing, but as soon as they can get their hands on something, they stop fighting and just take off back into the woods. They've set the town pretty well on fire. They've killed a lot of people, but as soon as they grab stuff, they're out. And you realize that they're just pillaging the village. They're not here to take over. They're not here for slaves. They're literally just here pillaging. And understanding the way that they look, you probably figure out why. They're just stealing food.
Right.
And they're cutting out. So after a few minutes, you actually chase. Maybe you throw a couple of javelins or throw your club at one of them and kill one or two more. But they don't put up much of a fight. That as soon as they grab a sack of grain or some bread or a bag of apples or a couple of wheels of cheese, they're trying to sprint. They just get out of there. So after a little while, the orcs are gone. Just couple more minutes and they're out. And the buildings are all on fire. It's dark. So you're not sure how many townsfolk are um, still alive, but the bartender, um, his name is Osred. Osred tries to get you guys to help run to the well, and you guys are exhausted after the next couple of hours are trying to put out fires everywhere just to no avail. Luckily, after the fires kind of died down, it's almost dawn. You've had no sleep. And you regroup at the inn in the morning for a quick nap. All the buildings have been burned. There's blood and soot and ash, water. Everyone's shoes are wet from just frantically running around trying to save any building that they can. And everyone, as the sun kind of starts creeping over the horizon, just kind of looks around and realizes there's nothing more to be done. Um, Almost all the homes are completely burnt to a crisp. The inn is the only one left standing. And everyone kind of gathers at the inn that morning. And there are only there are only 8 families left, not including yourselves and the bartender's family. Um, all of your families have been killed, as well as your girlfriends.
That's all right. She was only a 5. Anna, on the other hand,
Yeah. I'm a little
Johnson,
injured. Does anybody have anything for that? Little healing, spit on some mud.
rub some dirt on it. I don't.
Bless you. That's exactly what I needed. Hey, you're not bad.
Okay.
Did we wait? I'm gonna go out and check some bodies and see if I can find anything worth.
Well, hold that thought. Hold that thought. Because as the families kind of gather around back in the bar, which is named the what did I name this? This is the Lonely Willow. There's one willow tree standing outside. It's back here. The Lonely Willow tree is named after that. And he is going to let all the families kind of sleep in the floor, take a couple of rooms upstairs for primarily women and children. Everyone's distraught. Most people have lost loved ones, and everyone kind of just tries to grab like 4 hours of rest while some of the kids and the bartender take turns on watch, just keeping the door open and making sure no straggler orcs are running through the village. There's none. They're gone. And um, eventually, everyone kind of wakes up from a really quick cat nap, little jet lagged, angry, distraught, and we can uh, roll investigation checks to figure out what's going on. Yep.
Oh, I didn't take myself off. So it's 21 instead of 23.
Okay.
Yoder got a 6.
15.
All right. Everyone but Yoder, who is um, maybe just overwhelmed by the moment, almost got his head taken off by the great axe of an orc. So he's a little rattled, as anyone would understand in the moment. Um, as you guys kind of look around the village with the bartender and the 3 sons, you guys start to talk with Osred amongst yourselves, and you kind of start to realize, hey, they were emaciated, and everything they took was food. They've almost ran the village out of food. They didn't hit the bar, which he keeps a good amount of food, but with 7 families, he has about, oh, good. He's got 5 days of food to feed all of the families here with rationing. So it's not dire, but it's not great. And he is going to ask you a favor. He said, you guys are younger and one of the only surviving members of the town guard that isn't injured. We've got to take me and the sons will guard the village and do what we can to try to rebuild and feed everyone here. But we've got another issue now. We've got to find food. These orcs took like everything. And normally we would trade our gold once a month to a large caravan that brings us food supplies in. It was expected 2 or 3 days ago, and we were about to send out a patrol, but it's gone missing. And if we can find it, you can take as many gold bars as you want because, well, the master of the mines is dead. So you have all the gold in the world, literally now. You've got stacks of bars in the gold house that you can take and carry with you. But we need to find the caravan and see what's happened to them and maybe get some more food back and figure out at that point. That'll give us several weeks of food, and we can figure out at that point what to do next. But
Should we take the gold with us, or should we leave it here and bring the caravan here?
just grab a bar. I mean, grab a gold bar. That's enough to pay off any merchant. Just take one in a sack. In fact, out of all the homes, you could probably ransack through 8 homes and look for equipment.
Yeah.
Do we want to do that tonight, or do we want to start looking through homes next week?
Next week.
Yep.
All right. We'll start by looting through. We've got 9 homes we can loot through.
I'm going to take 2 gold. We're going to take 2 gold bars.
That'll work.
And we still want the caravan to come to the town, right? If they're alive.
If you can find them, because they bring all the food supplies in.
Where is it coming from? The north?
Yes, it is coming from the north. So normally, okay, let's go back down here to where we are. So we're down here, right? Normally, they come through here, they come over the bridge, following the river, here, here, and they come up from cities in the north.
Okay.
Coming down south here, but that's usually the route that they take. And they should have been here a couple of days ago, but sometimes they're late a couple of days. Like they're making a long journey from a town that's relatively close. It's kind of like up here, right? But at that point, now that there's orcs in the area raiding, the bartender Osred is now worried that something bad may have happened.
Okay.
Not only do you now desperately need the food, but he's also worried that, these guys are in trouble. So,
Okay. So find the caravan, then escort it back.
oops. Yes, find the caravan.
And bring it back.
And bring it.
Or resources back if the caravan's dead.
That's correct. But first, you can loot through homes and whatnot.
Yep.
The heck, man.
Are you moving the map? Because it's
I'm
moving
moving
for
the
me
map.
when you do that.
The map's freaking out on me. Okay, I'm doing it, but I'm trying to figure something out. So,
All right. So we calling it here?
yep, we're calling it here. And we'll pick
All
up
right.
next week.
All right. You want to try for Tuesdays?
Yeah.
Everybody good? All right. Hopefully see you Tuesday.
Yep,
All right.
we'll see you guys then.
See y'all.
All right. See ya.